Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United live stream. Tonight, of course, we're reviewing a beautiful win, a win that has been so long in the making for Manchester United. We waited so long for that, and we scored 4 as well. A brilliant performance against Fulham, winning 4-1 in the end of the day. And I'm not sure the last time we actually did score 4 goals in a game at Old Trafford. I don't remember the last time we did, but I'm so happy we have got the win tonight. And of course, you guys can leave your thoughts on that in the live chat. But just really happy with the win, really happy with the performance. I think that win takes us to 6th for the time being as well. And as I said in the title, Dalot was absolutely brilliant, but he was not the only one who put in a really good performance tonight. Welcome to everyone who has just joined. Welcome to Angelina Red Army MUFC, Nicholas, and the Tactical Show. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for joining. Please do leave a like if you haven't already as well, and leave your thoughts on the game in the live chat. I'll try and read out all of your guys' thoughts, and thank you very much for joining me. So yeah, such a good win, so positive to see, you know, some actual attacking play, some attacking impotence at Old Trafford. I will say one thing, obviously yes, Fulham aren't the best team in the world. They didn't really do that much to us. They did score from a penalty, which was dubious in itself, but overall Fulham, I mean, they deserve to be where they are. Let's just say that. They weren't great, to be honest. But you have to beat whatever put in front of you. And I think we did that today. And we did really well. Ashley Young opening the scoring with a brilliant finish into the top corner. And then, obviously, Juan Mata as well getting on the score sheet. Lukaku getting a goal at Old Trafford as well. And then a goal by Marcus Rashford in the second half sealed the win to make it 4-1. And I thought overall there was not a bad performance in sight. I thought everyone played extremely well today. And I was really happy with the performances. And yeah, it's just good for a change to talk about positive, to talk about 3 points. I don't think we've actually won a Premier League game in our last 4, so it's been a long time coming, and I'm so happy we've got 3 points out of this game. And you know, I'm just happy. Welcome Kashif, and welcome Jessica, welcome Jack. Thanks for joining, guys. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like if you haven't already. Read a few of your comments here. Tackle shows says fullbacks great, Jose out. Yeah, I thought the fullbacks were really good today, which has made a change. I like to see fullbacks bombing forward as well, and this is what the United DNA is surmounted on. You know, bombing forward fullbacks, whipping in crosses, and I tell you, Diogo Dalot is one of the best crossers of the ball I've seen at Manchester United for a long time. So great news on that front. Jack says the football was great today. Totally agree with you, Jack. Jessica says a great game. Momentum is building. Just for me being at Old Trafford in 3 weeks. Yeah, hopefully you do get a similar performance at Old Trafford in 3 weeks for you. But of course, our next Premier League game is against Liverpool at Anfield. So I tell you what, going into that game with this sort of form, if we keep playing like that, I think we won't have many problems. Yes, Liverpool are a much tougher opposition. They won 4-0 today away at Crystal Palace. No, not Crystal Palace. Bournemouth in a really impressive performance. But you know, if we play like that, if we create good opportunities going forward, there's no reason why we can't nick a result at Anfield. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. RedDevilWeekly MUFC says, I heard Mata and Rashford had a decent game as well. They did do really well. I thought Mata was really good in the midfield. And it shows, you know, when we take Fellaini out of that midfield and play Juan Mata, you know, the difference, there's so much difference. We look a lot more fluid in our play, and I was just really enjoying it. So I thought, actually, Mourinho, with the players that he had at his disposal, I thought he got his team selection spot on today, so I was really happy with that. Nicholas says Mata masterclass, Mr. Consistent. Yep, and I think he is consistent. That's a good point. You know, obviously it's a buzzword I use, you know, consistency. And I think whenever Juan Mata comes onto the pitch, he always plays his best, he always gives his all, and that's all we can ask from Juan Mata. So really happy to see that. Angelina Red says bring on Liverpool and Huddersfield and Bournemouth that I get to be for live. Yeah, I mean, hopefully again we produce a similar performance against Bournemouth and Huddersfield at Old Trafford for you. Obviously coming over from America, but yeah, bring on Liverpool. You know, if we play like that against Liverpool, there's no reason why we can't get a result off them. But you know, they are going to be a lot more of a topper of the opposition. Welcome Kashif, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining, really appreciate it. Nicholas says Dalot can bang crosses. He can. He's a brilliant crosser of a ball. He was really good at getting forward, and he just looked purposeful when he went forward, and we haven't seen that. You know, Valencia is very stop-start on his play. He doesn't really bomb forward and take crosses, but, you know, I thought Dalot was absolutely fantastic today, as Ricky just said there. Thanks for joining, Ricky. But yeah, I was so happy with Dalot's performance. I thought he deserved a mention in the title. Red Army C says it should be good spirits facing Liverpool later on. Yeah, we should be in good spirits, definitely. And hopefully, if we you know, get the win away in Valencia, continue this momentum going, then going into that Liverpool game, the spirits will definitely be high. Kashif says we played really well, but not to kill the mood, but it was against a poor Fulham side. Dalot was class. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I do agree, Fulham weren't exactly at their best today, and it shows that they deserve to be where they are, you know, at the bottom of the Premier League. But you have to beat what's in front of you, and we have to, you know, be really happy with the win today and happy with the performance overall. Kashif says onwards to Liverpool and Valencia. I love this positivity. Love the positivity. Patrick, welcome to stream, Patrick. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. He says first half United of old, second half current United. I did notice in the second half, you know, we did kind of drop the momentum. Although towards the end of the game, especially after Fulham had a man sent off, you know, we started to create a lot more chances going forward. So it could have potentially been 5 or 6 if we were a lot more clinical, which is definitely saying something. So I'm really happy with the performance and with the win, of course. Jack says, I thought a lot of the great interplay was down to the link-up and intelligence of Mata, Jesse and Herrera. Fantastic off the ball movement. It shows what happens when you play good footballers. Exactly. You know, when you play, you know, players who are very good technically, it does show what happens. You know, and obviously, you know, no Fellaini today in the squad. And yeah, I was happy with that. Definitely, really happy with that. The True Man Community says Rashford played ace, 2 goals and his 2 assists. 2 assists. Yeah, I thought Rashford had a really good game. You know, we saw similar in his last few games actually. You know, against Southampton, he was definitely one of the most instrumental players on the pitch. So Rashford is actually hitting a really good patch of form, and I was so happy when he got the goal because he really deserved it. So very good for him. Nicholas says, Kashif, Fulham are absolutely shy, but the football looked a lot better. Totally agree. Welcome the football crew on the stream. Thanks for joining. He says, today was a one-off game. Today, Liverpool will be our toughest test next week. Yeah, well, I totally agree. I think, you know, going to Liverpool is going to be difficult. They're going to be a very tough test. And if we do play like that, I think we could potentially get something. So, you know, I think it definitely, you know, if we continue playing like that, we'll be going in the right direction. Welcome Football Red Devils, welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining, really appreciate it. He says, Dalot was fantastic today. Couldn't agree more, mate. Jessica says, hey, I'll be at the Bournemouth game all the way from Canada. We should meet, of course. Obviously, both Angelina Red and Jessica coming over for the games. It's good to see, you know, people from other countries coming over and experiencing Old Trafford as well. Chief says, but no Pogba. Yeah, I saw Pogba, a few camera shots of him. He didn't exactly look the most happy, but, you know, you wouldn't be happy, really, especially after all the stuff that's been going on with him and Jose Mourinho and the fact he's not started the last few games. But I thought we actually looked a lot better with him out of the team, and I think against Valencia he'll definitely have an opportunity to get back into that side against Liverpool. Nicholas says, we saw a rare Fred sighting. Yeah, I thought Fred, when he came on, did alright. Sometimes I feel like Fred kind of needs to release the ball a bit quicker, but actually I thought Fred did really well today, so fair play to him. Welcome to 2 people. Welcome to Frashimas Magrani, and welcome to Nunez N. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for joining. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you very much to everyone who is watching at the moment. He says Pogba, of course, Pogba, really really the topic of discussion at the moment, and I mean, I'm not too worried about Pogba, to be honest. I'm not too worried about him. You know, he didn't play in today's game, but, you know, in the midfield, I thought we weren't that wasteful. I thought we played alright, and I think, you know, not having Pogba in the team, I don't think it's really that much of a hindrance. Against Liverpool, however, I'm not sure if we should drop Pogba, but again, that'll become more clear after the Valencia game, where we can see what options we actually have. Angelina says, I really don't see many things to complain about too much. Even Matic looked lively today, and we saw the rare forward pass from him more than the rest of the whole season. Yeah, I thought Matic actually played alright today. I've got to say, I've got to agree with you. I thought, you know, he played really well, and you know, hopefully Matic, you know, that's the sort of Matic that we saw last season, and we need to see more of that Matic this season, so hopefully we do get that, because I thought he played really, really well today. Jack says, unpopular opinion, but Jose is right not to play Pogba. I think potentially, I think you need to play the players who are performing consistently and deserve to be in the team, and off Paul Pogba's last few performances, I don't think he really deserves to be in the team. I feel like you should give him an opportunity against Valencia to potentially get back into the side, and then we'll see where we are with Paul Pogba after the Valencia game. But I think, yeah, I agree that you need to play the players who are playing consistently and, you know, want to get into the team. The tactical show says Shaw is injured. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Obviously, you know, Luke Shaw wasn't able to play today, but I think he will get back very, very soon. But yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, he seems to be, you know, riddled with injuries, and hopefully he does get better, because he actually started this season really, really well. Nunes says, Paul Pogba out, the team doesn't need you. Yeah, to be fair, the way we're playing today, we didn't really need Paul Pogba. I agree, we didn't really need him. I do feel that on Paul Pogba's day, which is rare and probably, you know, well, not probably, definitely too rare for my liking. You know, Paul Pogba on his day can be unplayable, but he's not showing that enough for me. And he also says Rashford was amazing. Yeah, Rashford was absolutely brilliant. So happy he got his goal as well. Welcome Yash, welcome to stream Yash. Thanks for joining, mate, as always. Really appreciate it. He says, sorry, just late by 8 minutes, good feeling, and start to the weekend here in New York. Yeah, don't worry about being late, of course, don't worry about it, mate. But yeah, hopefully you are enjoying your weekend there, of course. He also said Dalot was mint, would love to see him throughout the season and consistently. Well, yeah, hopefully we see Dalot playing a lot more games throughout the season. Hopefully we do see it, and I think we will. I think we will see it. Him playing at fullback. I think Jose Mourinho is very, very impressed with him, especially this is only his second Premier League game, so very, very impressive from Dalot. Ricky says, let's not get carried away though. This is Fulham, and this season has been terrible. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I'm not getting carried away. I don't think. I feel like, you know, I want to celebrate the positives from the performance, and I think there was a lot of positives in this performance. So, you know, you've got to be happy. You've got to be happy, especially with the fact that we haven't really, won that many games in the last few. So I'm happy. You've got to celebrate the wins when they come. Jessica says, I agree, Pogba out. I think he brings the team down as inconsistent. Yeah, unfortunately, again, you know, consistency, we need that from Pogba. Jack says, I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but Matic was fantastic, and I'm his biggest critic. Yeah, well, same with me, mate. I'm a very, very big critic of Nemanja Matic, as you know, but you know, he actually did well today, and you know, fair play to Matic. You know, he got into that team, and you know, he played the best he could, and fair play to him. Yes, it was against Fulham, and he didn't get too much pressure on him when he did have the ball. But I thought Matic, credit to him, credit where credit's due, did really, really well today, so fair play to him. Patrick says, I think when we play Mata and Herrera together, we play well. The Spanish thing, yeah, maybe it's just that Spanish link, that, you know, the link between the two, maybe. But I thought Herrera as well was great today. Very unlucky not to get the goal. He missed his chance by a whisker, but Herrera again was really good. I thought Mata was good as well. I just thought everyone was good. I thought I would not say anyone put in a bad performance, which was really, really great to see. Crazy Beats Again, want to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Jack says Young was good today. I thought again, yeah, Young put in a decent performance. Great to see. Yeah, and obviously he got his goal as well, which was a rare goal for Ashley Young. We haven't really seen too many goals from him in the last kind of season and a bit, but he got his goal and he took it sublimely. Brilliant finish into the top corner. One to watch on Match of the Day tonight. Yes, agree, not getting carried away, but we need to carry on positivity. Top 6 finish minimum, yeah. I mean, a lot of United fans would probably, you know, want to go for that top 4, ideally, but I think obviously we're still 8 points off the top 4 with Arsenal's win today, a late win against Huddersfield. So obviously we're still 8 points off the top 4, so it's still a huge mountain to climb, but you know, I don't know, I still kind of think top 4 is probably gone this season, but you know, at least we could try and build a bit of momentum off the back of this result. And what a win it would be if we went to Anfield and got 3 points. I think that would definitely change the outlook around, but I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll wait and see, By the way, guys, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers by the new year. So anything you guys can do to help us out will be absolutely fantastic and really appreciated. So if you haven't already, please do hit that sub button. I really appreciate it. Ricky says, yes, but I think we need to play Liverpool, and that's when we'll see how far behind we are. I have a feeling we'll concede at least 3. Well, to be fair, the way Liverpool are playing at the moment, I could definitely think you're right, but you know, I'm not sure. You know, it depends. I think Mourinho has notoriously, you know, done well against Liverpool. We haven't actually lost to Liverpool since Jose Mourinho's come in. So, actually, we've been pretty solid against Liverpool. Hopefully, that trend continues when we do go up to Anfield on Sunday. Angelina Red says, I think Mata and Herrera just enjoy playing on the ground. Too many times we throw in every cross we can, but the play before Lukaku's goal shows just how good we can pass the ball around. I mean, I think that's a good point. I think, obviously, when you've got the likes of Matic and Fellaini in the midfield, you know, it's very much kind of long ball football, very much kind of punting the ball up to them, and they kind of look for Lukaku and things like that. And, you know, obviously with Mata and Herrera on the ball, it's a lot more silky, a lot more kind of tick-attacker, if you like, in that midfield. And I think that definitely suits our style of play a lot more, and we looked a lot more dangerous when we just have the ball on the ground and keep it. So I agree with you on that sense. Jack says, Herrera is a must-start against Liverpool. He's the type of player you need in a derby. Big shitouts. Yeah, I think Herrera, and he loves the badge. He loves the shirt. He gives everything on the pitch. So I'm really, really happy with Herrera at the moment as well. Just a fantastic player, and definitely he needs to start against Liverpool as well in that midfield. And if Matic continues to play like this, then I think Matic should start as well. I think, even though I'm not his biggest fan, if he does continue to play well, I think you should put him in for his consistency in performance. So we'll have to wait and see if he does dip or anything like that. Welcome Exchange Gaming Plays. Welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Jessica says, I'll watch the Liverpool game and head to the airport and catch my flight to London. Come on, you Reds, give me a good send-off. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope they do, because, you know, obviously, I think even a draw at Anfield at this stage would be a decent result. I think, you know, the way they're playing and the way our season's gone this season, I'd probably take a draw now. I would not like to get absolutely embarrassed at Anfield, but potentially that could happen. There's no reason why it couldn't. So we have to be on our toes, definitely. Yash says Lingard is also a must start next week at Anfield. Yeah, I thought Lingard played alright today. I don't think he was one of the main attractions, but I think he didn't put a foot wrong, and I thought he did really well. I thought Rashford out of those forward players did really well, and probably was the best out of those forward players. Again, Rashford just sort of makes things happen. He looks lively up front and runs in behind, causing defenders problems. And, you know, when you have a player like that, you're always one step ahead. Angelino says, if I was to pick out of you thing, I think I didn't enjoy watching the Smalling and Jones partnership. I didn't feel confident with them in the back, and I felt a liability at the back at all times. Yeah, I think obviously Smalling and Jones definitely is not the best partnership that all Man United fans want to see. I think if Eric Bailly wasn't injured, I would have loved to seen Eric Bailly on the team. So yeah, I think, you know, obviously, unfortunate that Bailly was injured, but I think if Bailly was in the team, I would have loved to seen him play alongside someone like Smalling. Of course, you know, Smalling got brought off as well for Marcus Rashford, so hopefully Smalling's injury isn't too much. But yeah, I think if Bailly was available, he probably would have played today. Ricky says, we haven't conceded a goal in open play under Jose against Liverpool, but our defence this season has been shocking. Yeah, very true. But let's hope so. Let's hope we don't concede. Patrick says, a theoretical question, would any Premier League team take Chris Smalling right now? Every time I see him defend one-on-one, I get a heart attack. Who can we have get to partner Rojo? Because he was a great cameo today. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I definitely want to see Eric Bailly partner Rojo. I think those two have proved to be a very, very strong partnership in the past, and I'd love to see it happen again. Chris Smalling, I think, actually, to be fair to him, he's not a bad defender. I think he is a bit prone to a mistake, and you know, especially when, again, he's one-on-one in the box with someone, you're always thinking penalty, and luckily today, you know, it didn't happen. Obviously, it was Ander Herrera who actually getting onto the penalty. I didn't think it was a penalty. I'm not sure what you guys thought about that, but I think actually Herrera was a bit unlucky there to give the penalty away. I thought he got the ball, but there you go, that's football, of course, and Kamara slotted the penalty away. But obviously, that was the only time we actually gave away a penalty, but we didn't look too defensively frail in that game. But to answer your question, I'd probably love to see Bailly next to Rojo at the back. Patrick says, Yash says, Smalling injury is bad news. We're not able to play two defenders continuously for 5 matches. Yeah. it's annoying, you know, chopping and changing in the defence is not what you want. You want a bit of consistency in your back line, but you know, at least we have got a lot of defenders to choose from. So hopefully we'll be able to get a decent partnership out of the defenders we've got. Ricky says Fulham would take him. Yeah, I think Fulham would, to be honest. Jack says Young the GOAT. Yeah, exactly, mate. Young. I mean, to be fair to him, he took his goal really well, and he actually played really well, and he's taken to his role as captain very well. So I've got to say, Young, fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you if you're watching. Yeah, it's just hopefully buying Rojo with Shaw and Dalot in a back four. That would be brilliant. I think that would be my back four as well. Angelina says, I'm worried about Jones more than Smalling. There are a few times where Jones just fell asleep and almost let a Fulham player run ahead of him. Imagine Salah or Mane get him in like that. It is difficult, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. When players start running at our defenders, you know, I am worried. I think, you know, for most of the game today, the Fulham players weren't really causing them problems because they weren't making our defenders retreat. But when that happens against Liverpool with Salah, you know, Mane, Firmino, in the form they're in, it could be a long afternoon if that starts happening. So we need to stop that. We need to stop it at source. Yash says, and we need De Gea at top of his form next week. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. I thought De Gea was very unlucky, obviously, not to get the clean sheet once again. Only 2 clean sheets this season for Man United, but at least we're talking about not getting a clean sheet in association with a win instead of a draw, at least. Jack says, I'd love to see Bayern Rower partnership, just 2 mental bastards. Yeah, no, they are just crazy, aren't they? Ricky says, yeah, that Sessegnon guy was through one time. Yeah, he did get through a few times. I mean, that's the only thing with Dalot. I feel like sometimes, you know, our fullbacks and wingers can get in behind Dalot quite a lot. So it's unfortunate. We don't need that, but obviously it's going to take time for him to adjust as well. It's going to take time to him, no doubt about it. For me, my man of the match, of course, was Dalot. Who was your man of the match, guys? Leave your thoughts on the live chat. Who would you say was the standout player today for you? Was it Dalot? Was it Rashford? Who was it for you guys? Leave your thoughts in the live chat. Jack says Ashley Young is an avid watcher of the channel. Well, thank you, Ashley, if you are watching. As I said, thank you very much for your service. Yash says, next up, Valencia. Do we care about that match? Well, it's pretty difficult to care about it. Probably, you know, we're going to finish second in the group anyway. I feel like Juventus are going to beat, I think it's Young Boys they're playing. So, yeah, they're probably going to beat them. So, we're probably going to finish second in the group anyway. So, it's a bit of a nothing game, to be honest. It definitely is a bit of a nothing game. You know, but we still want to play well. We still want to build up momentum for that Liverpool game and also come out of it with as little injuries as possible, if not none as well. Yash goes with Rashford man of the match. Nicholas goes with Mata man of the match. I think both of them are definitely viable options. Patrick says, mad idea, but maybe get Robert Huth in January. He's a class defender and could be temporary fix this summer. That is definitely a mad idea, Patrick. I probably wouldn't go for him, but I could see where you're going with, obviously bringing in a centre-back. I probably wouldn't go with Robert Huth, though. I probably just, you know, I don't think he's technically good enough. I would love to see someone like Ander Herrera or, Maguire come in, someone like that, just to shore up the defence. And Mourinho obviously came out and said, which is something I didn't really agree with, but he came out and said that the reason why he wasn't playing Fred was because the defence wasn't, good enough. And I don't know, but Fred, obviously, I thought he came on and did well today. But if we do bring in someone like Alderweireld or Maguire, I think he definitely would slot in there next to Eric Bailly. I think we would have a really, really strong defence on our hands. Nicholas says, would like to see Gomez and Chong have a little cameo in the Champions League versus Valencia. Yeah, I mean, also, speaking of those sorts of players, another player who I'd love to see play is Andres Pereira. Obviously, playing against his former side in Valencia. I think it'd be great to see Pereira get another chance. So hopefully he does. Because Pereira's been on the bench for a while, and I would love to see him get back into the flow of the games and play. I think he's a really good player, and I think in the early parts of the season he showed a lot of potential as well. Yes, Alderweireld is free, isn't he? We badly need to finish December close to top 4. I mean, yeah, obviously, and the only way we can do that is really by building momentum, getting wins. So, hopefully we can do that. And a win against Liverpool would be a huge, huge result. Because also, So not only 3 points for us, but it would mean we'd be denting Liverpool's chances of winning a Premier League title. So, you know, that's always good. Jack says, McTominay man of the match. What a cameo from him. Yeah. So, he was so close to getting a goal. If that cross was just a bit more in front of him, I could see him nodding that into the back of the net for his first senior goal for Manchester United. I mean, if he had scored, that would have been hilarious, to be fair. You know, when you conceded against Scott McTominay, you're a bad team, but there you go. But yeah, you know, obviously came onto the pitch after Rashford scored his goal. I said a bad 1-0 against Paul would be great. Yeah, just an absolute shithousery against Liverpool to get a 1-0 win would make my year, honestly. It would make my year if that happened. But anyway, guys, I'm probably going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Please do leave your thoughts in the comment section down below if you haven't already. And, of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So anything you guys can do to help us out, that would be absolutely fantastic. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. By the way, welcome King11. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Sorry that you're a bit late for the stream, but thank you so much for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Come on, United!